Hi friends, welcome. I am Rangarajan, a former IAS officer and author of Courseware on Polity Simplified, which has been published by McGrath. Now, this courseware is a one-stop solution for both prelims and mains for polity because it has a static book of just around 500 pages, which contains all the details, all the static portions with discussions way forward. It has mnemonics, flowcharts, tables, PYQs. So, but the most important part of this courseware is that it is not just this book, but the online content that goes along with it that makes it unique. So now I'm just going to do a quick run through as to how do you use this online content on McGraw Edge. So once you get this book, you go to the front inner cover. Once you go to the front inner cover, there is a scratch code. You'll have to scratch and get a coupon code, which is given here. Then there are 5 simple steps which you just need to follow, and you register with your mail ID on this McGraw Edge platform. So once you do that, you come to this home page, and this is how you click on Polity Simplified. Then you have an introduction to the McGraw Edge courseware, which is mentioned. There's a small video that I've made. There are conceptual videos, articles at a glance, additional data points, one by one. I'll just quickly go through them. Conceptual videos. There are totally 62 conceptual videos. For example, this is the video which talks about historical underpinnings of the Constitution. Like that, there are 62 videos chapter wise that have been made, and the scan QR codes for these videos are given just next to the relevant content in the book itself. There are articles at a glance. Article numbers are given within brackets in the book itself, but you can go through that articles at a glance for a quick revision. Additional data points. Now, chapter wise, something which are not so important but which can be tested. For example, in chapter 6, Union and its territory, the additional data points are there in the Edge platform. And this year prelims, 2025 prelims, there was a question which was asked on Tripura's status as a Part C state, then subsequently Union territory. Nagaland was formed based on the State of Nagaland Act, not the 13th Constitutional Amendment. Such details, important details, are given in additional data points. Then you have practice questions for prelims, chapter wise. For 24 chapters, there are chapter wise questions, more than 200 questions. You can just go and attempt it. I've just taken one example of a preamble question. Then you submit the exercise. You will get your score for the entire test. After that, you can go and review your answers. When you go and review questions, it takes you to each question. It also gives the explanation for the answer that, for the correct answer. If the correct answer is given, it is marked in green, otherwise it is marked in red, but the explanation is given. So like that, chapter wise, more than 200 questions are there. And the last 10 years PYQ of prelims, starting from 2014 to 2024, all the prelims questions again chapter wise have been listed as practice questions. So you will have separate practice questions, more than 200, and PYQs, which are more than 200 questions, are also given in the form of practice tests. And for mains, chapter wise again, for the last 10 years, I have given model answers. If you take chapter 8 as an example, I would have given the model answers for all the 10 years questions that have been asked, and some of them are printed in the book also, but for the last 10 years it is given in the Edge platform. There is an approach, how do you answer the question? There is a model answer. In some of the questions, I would have also discussed the likely context to the question. Why was that question asked? 2014, 2 questions were asked on pardoning power and size of cabinet. Why were those questions asked? And the model answers. And the most important USP, which makes it truly a one-stop solution, is the monthly current affairs update. If you see here, April 2025, the PDF, which has all the important Supreme Court judgments as well as the important other developments. So judgments are one and any amendments or developments are another. And like that, if you look at it, every month, April, March, this book was launched in November 2023, the first edition. Since November 2023, every month you have monthly current affairs update, and that will keep you up to date with the content of the exam. There are thematic practice tests. One of them is loaded here. 4 more will come. Again, these are additional practice questions from a prelims point of view. There are going to be regular webinars that I'll be having, and there is also going to be an ebook which is going to come soon. So this content on the Edge platform supplements, complements, makes you exam ready along with the static portion of the book. And that makes this courseware on Polity Simplified a truly one-stop solution for both prelims and mains for polity and governance. So please get your copy and make use of it. All the best.